Hamskea's Peep sights. You've got the DC Insight versus the FS Raptor. What are the key differences and which is the right option for you? Let's talk about it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel here at Extreme Outfitters. Zach and JR here, your one-stop shop for all things archery and bow hunting. And peep sights, critical to the bow, right? If you don't have one, you're probably not gonna be that accurate. But when it comes to choosing the correct peep sight, there's a lot of different options out there. Hamskea has introduced the new DC Insight and the FS Raptor. There's a little bit of confusion with those. Which options should you go with? What are they designed for? And how does this system work? So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So getting right into it, JR, we've got the DC Insight. What is the DC Insight Peep? What is it? What's it all about?
So the DC Insight, I try to remember the C for clarifier. So this is gonna be for the guys that are doing more of the target shooting. So if you're running a lens in your scope, you're gonna need some kind of clarifying lens in your peep aperture to be able to clear up your target. Otherwise, you're gonna have a lot of fuzz. And it also does depend on what magnification that you're running for your lens. So this is a 4-piece system. You're gonna have your main scope housing. You're gonna have your clarifying lens, which there's, I think, like 8 or 10 different powered lenses for that. You're gonna have a baffle and then your aperture size.
So with that, you've also got different peep housing sizes too, right? So we've got our standard draw option, which has string grooves at 37.5 degrees and 45 degrees. And then you've got a short draw housing option, which has string grooves at 52 degrees. And you will determine which peep size you actually need based off a chart that Hamskea has. So it's based off the ATA of the bow and then your overall draw length. So it's a very involved system. There's a lot of pieces to it, but it's really for the guy who really wants to fine tune their setup, right? Get the most precision and accuracy out of what they're doing.
Right, and Hamskea has a nice chart on their website as well. So if you ever have any questions about which clarifying lens you need, you can go to that chart and it should get you normally pretty close on what option to choose for it. And I do believe for the short draw, that was for a 27-inch or shorter draw length as well.
Depending on the actual length of the
Correct.
bow, yes, absolutely. And so there's a lot. So you really need to do your research on it. And we have all of those charts and everything on our website as well. So if you are looking at moving to this system, you can go there and reference those. The links are below so that you can see exactly which option is the correct option for you.
Correct.
So from there, we've got the new FS Raptor. So Hamskea has had the Raptor in the lineup. It's been a fixed peep sight with your different aperture sizes that are already built in, right? They're not adjustable. But the new FS Raptor gives you the ability to change out the aperture as well as put in a verifier lens. So yes. What's a verifier?
So if you notice that you're having a lot of pin fuzz, or if it's really blurry, this is gonna be a great option for you. So like, for example, for me, I have a little bit of astigmatism. So this is something I have not played with yet. It's something I'm probably going to because I really enjoy that Hamskea's brought the system out. It's about time for them to do it, so awesome on them to do it.
Yeah, and when you look at it, so for the FS Raptor, you've got multiple verifier options. You have 6 different verifier options in it, and then you have 7 different clarifier options for the Insight Peep system. So it really comes down to application, right? What are you doing? What issues do you have visually that is gonna help you determine which system you need to go with. So going back to it, the DC Insight, we see more so in the target side of things. Guys that are running a lens that are constantly changing out aperture sizes, lenses, and whatnot within their scope, depending on whether they're shooting indoor stuff, 3D, they want more options to play with and really hone in their sight picture.
Yes.
And then for the FS Raptor, we notice more guys on the, I would say, the hunting side that are using that.
Correct, yeah.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
So clearing up that actual pin within their sight housing.
Yes. So with the Raptor system that Hamskea's had for a long time now, they actually have a baffle system inside of there. And then on the end of the baffles, they're actually chamfered at a 45-degree angle. So how that works is with light protons, they actually bounce twice and then they die. So with that, it's going to give you a lot less chance of having any peep, glare, or blur if you're in a lot of a more lighted situation. So it's a really neat system with that. It's getting more technical with it, but all in all, it's just going to help you reduce glare.
That is a mouthful. I'm surprised you know all of that. That was really impressive. So
smart brain.
If you've got questions on these systems, clearly JR is the guy to ask. Great system. Hamskea does a phenomenal job with all of the products they release. Very well thought out, very durable, reliable products. And that goes into their Peep options that they have, or Peep systems. So again, going back to it, the DC Insight, great for the guys that are running lenses in their scopes. And then the FS Raptor, back to it, guys, typically hunting setup that we see that are trying to clear up their pins in their scope. When you do look at the FS Raptor, this is a very, very large Peep sight, much larger than the standard Raptor system. So when you put it in there, you look at it and you're like, wow,
yes,
there's a lot going on.
It is, but it does work really well, is from what I've heard from a lot of customers.
Yeah, they've done fantastic right out of the gate. It's clearly been a good option for a lot of the guys that we've seen in the hunting side of things, because they've really taken off well and been incredibly popular. So that's them. I'm curious to see what you guys' your thoughts are on it. Are you somebody that's running the DC Insight that's looking for all of that optimization and different configurations that you can run for your lens and scope setup? Or are you somebody that has maybe a little bit of vision issues seeing their pins in their hunting scenario? Which option would you opt for?
Absolutely.
That's it.
And as always, we have a bunch in stock here in store. So if you'd like to, always come down to the shop. We can let you actually try them out or actually look at them to see if something will work for you before you make a purchase. Yeah, because sometimes it's a little bit easier to know what you're getting into when you put hands on it. You can actually demo them out to see what makes the most sense for you. But if you're not local, head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com. We've got them all in stock. Check them out there. If you already know your lens and setup that you need, you can purchase from the website, and anything over 50 bucks we ship for free. So if you need them, head to the website, extremeoutfitters.com. And as always, we appreciate you guys watching. Drop some comments, give us some feedback, and we will see you guys in the next video.